It's story time, okay? I'm in here putting on my moisturizer, about to put on my lashes, and I was like, hey, let me tell this story. So, I want to tell you guys about how I got pregnant. Well, not how I got pregnant, when I got pregnant, and how I ended up with 2 kids under 2 years old. 2 under 2. I was a 2 under 2 mom. Okay. So, girl, I got pregnant with my first, I'm just opening my lashes. I got pregnant with my first baby when I was 29 years old. So, I know for some people that's considered late. That's a whole nother story, okay, for another time. But I do know for some people that is considered late. For me, that was considered late, considering pretty much all my friends and family, they've been having babies. Okay, so there was a point in time where I just didn't think about it. I didn't think about it, you know. So when me and my husband got married, it was kind of like, yeah, I want this, and I don't even know if it's possible, but I do believe it's possible. Let's see. So I had my first baby at 29, and I had a great pregnancy experience. I was overdue. I had him at 41 weeks. And when I tell you that when I saw my child, I was thanking God. I just thank God. I just felt like He blessed me with the most beautiful child I've ever seen in my life. I'm not even exaggerating. I know everybody's baby is beautiful. But when I saw my baby, I was like, Lord, you're funny. You really did that. Okay? And you chose me to be the mother of this beautiful child. So blessed. So blessed. So, I'm talking about the most beautiful baby that I've ever seen. He was a joy, you know. There's a whole nother story about my first years of experience of being a first-time mom. I know a lot of mothers in general, especially for the first time, just don't know what to expect or what to do. And depending on your situation, you may or may not be surrounded by helpful hands. Not because nobody wants to, but because that's just the circumstance you find yourself in. So, as a first-time mom, I truly feel like that God gave me the most beautiful baby that I could ever imagine. And also, it was like a slingshot into a different phase of womanhood. And for me, my experience was, it was just a lot of other things going on as well. I wasn't one of those mothers that got a chance to be in first time mommy bliss. But at the same time and in the same capacity, I was so grateful. I was so grateful. I was so grateful and humbled, really. My baby humbled me because I didn't even know that I can produce, birth such a beautiful child inside and out. I'm not getting emotional, but just when I think of how amazing he is, my son, it really just puts the whole thing into perspective, that no matter what was really going on or what didn't happen or what I would like to have happen with my first years of experience of being a first-time mom, that the fact that I get to be his mother, it trumps all of that. It doesn't even matter, you know. So, like I was, so the next phase of that is we have this new baby, and now it's getting real. Life is real, more real, because it's not just us, you know. So we decided to move to a different state for a better job opportunity. So during that time, I was with my baby, kind of taking my time and looking at different job opportunities and childcare that I can get. When I tell y'all, my baby was not having it. My baby was not having it. I'm telling you, okay. So I ended up signing him up for the YMCA. They had a daycare upstairs, like a full-blown daycare. I don't even know it was part of the maybe they were partnering with the YMCA. A full-blown daycare. So I signed my baby up. I signed my child up, girl, thinking he about to go so I can start back work. That baby said, "Where you going? Okay? Where you going? You're not going nowhere." I'm telling you, for the first, sorry, I'm trying to figure out where to put this mirror. For the first, it was like a week, maybe 2. I pretty much was an employee of the daggone daycare, because the way he would cry, his eyes, like I could see his, he cried so bad that I just felt like, what's the point of leaving knowing that my baby is in this type of distress? Okay, it was very much so traumatizing. It was traumatizing to both of us. Okay, I couldn't believe how he was showing out like that. I'm not talking about regular crying. I'm talking about so, like his whole little body went into convulsions as I'm trying to walk away. So the first day I tried to put him in daycare, I went ahead and sat down in the rocking chair, just talking to the employees there. Very nice ladies, the actual people that work there. I ended up sitting down. He in my lap. He playing a little bit, not too far from me. And ended up staying there for a few hours until I was just like, let's just try this tomorrow. Came back. Tried to leave again. He have a conniption fit. I'm talking about, it's bad. It's bad, y'all. It was bad. It wasn't a little, Mom, don't leave. I don't even think he can talk. No, he was about, I would say he was about 6 months. He was about 6 months old. So, and that happened all that week. I think I tried about 4 days in a row to get him to stay. Then I was just like, I might as well apply here. Which I probably should have. But I didn't, that wasn't my career path. But I should have just started working there. I didn't think to work there. I didn't think to work there because that's not what I did. I was a banker. And I was out when I had him, I had already been banking for about 7 years. So I didn't think of any other career choice or career path but banking. So that's why I didn't apply, because it was the furthest thing from my mind, honestly. But if I was smart, maybe I should have just applied there, girl. Who knows? But we gave that a break. After the first couple of days, we gave that a break when I realized that he wasn't going for it. He really wasn't having it, y'all. So within that time, I realized that, hey, you okay? You gonna get something to eat? Okay. So within that time, I realized that he wasn't going for it. So I just chilled out for a bit, I was able to just relax for a bit and try to figure out what the next steps is. Like I told you before, we moved to another state. So what had happened was insurance and all of that was transferring over. We were about 3 hours from my hometown, and everything was in that state. All of my insurance and stuff was in that state. So during this time, trying to figure out where to work and where to put my baby and getting used in a new place, in a new state, I don't think I realized that I didn't have my birth control. I didn't even think about it, really. I really didn't think about it. I didn't think about it because I was thinking of so many other things. Everything was happening so fast, and everything else seemed so more important, to the point where I just didn't think about it. So, with that being said, I think it was one day, I think when I realized it, my baby had a doctor's appointment scheduled in my hometown that popped up. And so what I tried to do was go ahead and transfer all my information over from one state to another. And when I did, it wasn't the same. I would have had to restart the process all over again. None of my benefits I no longer had them. So that's when I realized, hey, I haven't had my medication. I haven't had it. I haven't chose an option for preventative care. Okay. So
it's like every time when I need to make something like pancakes or something, I have to use the bathroom.
it's okay. Go ahead. No, don't. Oh, well. So that's when I realized that I never selected a option. Right after I had him, we ended up moving to another state, trying to get situated. We had to find a place. It was just so much stuff that was going on. I didn't think about it. So after I realized that, like I said, I tried to get some help in the state that we were in. They weren't as helpful. I don't know if y'all know, or if y'all used to this, but birth control is at least your first dose until you get yourself together. If you go to like a clinic or something, it's usually like free. Like they give you a sample. And then they ask you to see your primary care doctor or your OBGYN. So with this, they said I have to pay the retail price, and they didn't have anything in stock. And I was just like, what is going on? But at the same time, I just didn't think about it to be that serious. I don't know why though. So going on. I ended up starting to work out. I started to work out with my baby. I would go take my baby, put him in a stroller, and I would, we lived near a river. I would put him in the stroller, and I started off walking. Oh, for y'all that don't know, I was an athlete, and as I got older, I started pretty much training people and making inspirational fitness videos for myself. So it was time for me to get back into myself. You know, when I realized that I couldn't really I wasn't going to rush into putting him in childcare, and I wasn't going to rush to try to get back into work if it wasn't working out. After applying to all these places and nobody calling, after I realized that that's how it was happening, I was just like, well, I'm going to just take this time to be with him and to get myself together. So, girl, I'm working out. I'm talking about, it started from walking. So I would have the stroller and I would run with the stroller up hills. It was this one hill in particular that I ran up. I would do that like every other day. I would take him for a walk, along the river. Then to go home, I would take the other way and run him up the hill. This one time, girl, I was like, that was so hard. I felt like it was like an extra weight. I felt like it was an extra weight on me. I was like, this is supposed to be getting easier. I have been doing this for weeks now. And it seemed like as I was working out more, it was getting more hard to work out. I mean, I was out of breath. I was like, this is supposed to be getting easier, because I know how I am. I push myself. But when I felt like I was pushing myself, And after a few weeks, I was just like, this shouldn't be this hard. It shouldn't be this hard for me to get up this hill. So, at this point, my baby was about 7 months. My baby was 7 months. And he started walking. The boy started walking and talking. I got it on video. The boy was walking and talking at 7 months. I should have known. I should have known. I should have known. He was walking and talking, y'all, at 7 months. Walking and talking. So that's a red flag in itself, right? Because y'all know the saying that, you know, babies get out the way when you about to have another baby. I didn't think much of it. I just was like, okay, I just got the most beautiful baby in the world, and he's just really smart, you know, which all those things are true. But the last thing on my mind was that something else was happening. So, girl, let me get these calculations right, because he was 7 months when he started walking and talking. Then, so that was very much. What happened is, we ended up moving back to our hometown. So, it's a lot, but we ended up moving back to the town that ended up moving back. Things didn't work out. We just decided to move back. Before we moved back, we visited. We went to our old church and visited. We came back and we were driving. We after the visit, we came back and we decided that we're going to move back. We were in the car. I think we were getting some food or getting some stuff from the store. I got so nauseous. I'm talking about the nausea was just head spinning nausea. I said, you're going to have to pull over. I can't do this. You're going to have to pull over, like right now. Pulled over. We went to Family Dollar. Got some pregnancy tests because I already knew. I kind of knew because I never felt that nauseated for no reason in my life. So that's the first thing in my mind. Like, I got to at least rule that out. Lo and behold, I had a baby. And I was pregnant. I'm like, when we went home and I took the test and it came back positive, I was like, I thought this happened in the movies. Or I was one of them type of people that felt like it could happen to anybody else but me. Especially since I feel like I started late. I feel like I had my child, you know. It was the furthest thing from my mind that I can get pregnant again. I don't even think I realized that could happen. I don't know what I was thinking, y'all. I was all over the place because we were literally all over the place trying to figure out the best thing to do for our family. So, this is the kicker. We ended up packing all our stuff again. Mind you, this is all in I would say all of this happened within like a 7-month period. Yeah. Maybe 10 months of us leaving, being in another state and then moving back. So it was a lot, you know, it was a lot going on. This is the kicker. So by the time I got back home, and them people saw that I was I had my appointment. So by the time I went back home, because nothing ever transferred. So when I went back home to my doctor, I was 4 months pregnant. Wow! I was real pregnant. Okay? I was real pregnant. I only had 2 more weeks to know what I was having. Did she tell me what I was having that day? I can't even remember. But I know that within me finding out, I was really, really pregnant. I want to say I was 4 months pregnant. And I think you found out in 7 weeks. So within us moving back home, I found out that I was 4 months pregnant. And by the time we got settled in, I was already 7 weeks. Oh, no. I was 7 months. No. Okay. I was 4 months pregnant. Yes. On that appointment, I found out that how far along I was and what I was having. I think I found out the next week what I was having. Girl, by the time I knew it, I had 2 babies because I was really, really pregnant. So I didn't know. So by the time I found out I was pregnant, it was like a ruffle effect. It was like, found out you was pregnant. Girl, you almost done pretty much. Then you found out. I found out I was having a girl. So I found out I was having a girl. Then you have already moved back home. So now you're getting adjusted to a whole nother state, to where you are again. I'm trying to prepare for this baby while I have a baby. This is sounding crazy, but that's literally what happened. That's how I ended up with 2 babies under 2 years old. And I wouldn't have guessed. It was the furthest thing from my mind. Ended up having my beautiful baby girl. She was so mature. The way she came, I had a C-section with my son as well because he was going on 42 weeks. And then when I got pregnant with my daughter, she was overdue as well. She was going on 41, but since I had a C-section not too long ago, they said that I have to have another C-section. So, which was scarier than being in labor for a week with my son. It was scarier having a scheduled C-section where I'm fully conscious and aware of what's happening. That was very scary. That epidural, oh my gosh. I was too alert. It's like I just came home, came from home and came into the office and then proceeded to have my baby. Like, that was very scary for me. Very scary. I remember going into the room and getting the epidural, and I don't know her. I still to this day don't know who she was or why she was there. But I was holding this lady's hand, and I was holding it, and then while I was getting stuck in my back, she whispered to me, "You holding my hand too tight." I'm like, girl, I'm looking like, I said, who are you? Why are you here? I don't think I said that. I don't know what I said. But I know for sure that's what I was thinking. And come to find out, I think she was a student. But I don't think they should have had her right there to comfort me, you know. I don't even, maybe I was holding her hand too hard. But I know that wasn't a good time while I'm getting stuck in my back with a needle. But I took it like a G. That whole experience was a little bit more intense than my son. But it was over pretty fast. And that's how I ended up with 2 under 2. They are beautiful kids. They are best friends. I do not believe that I would have done it any other way. I did think about baby number 3, but I honestly, since I had my kids back to back, I would have liked it to be back to back to back. As time started going and they started getting into school and they both in school and all of that, that time frame is up, okay? It's done. I got a boy and I got a girl. And there's a whole nother part of life that I'm starting to experience with them being in school and about to get into sports and growing in their personality and paying attention to their strengths and what they need to grow and to exceed and succeed. I believe I'm good on another little one. I'm good. I know that I'm good. I want to enjoy them and pour any extra energy that I may have into them. That's what I want to do. So, if you stayed this long, I appreciate you. I just finished up my lashes. Ooh. Oh, girl. Just finishing up my lashes. Don't take me that long to do it, but I appreciate you staying for my story time. Please comment below if you guys enjoyed it. And if you want to see more of these story times, because I have little stories I can tell. And I promise you I'll get better at telling them. I just figured it was probably a good idea to do it. And like I said, I hope you enjoyed. I hope you enjoyed. So these are my lashes. I gotta plug my little fan in. It's dead. Anyway, so I hope you have a blessed day. I hope you enjoyed. If you haven't already, please like, comment, and subscribe. Click the notification bell. And I'll talk to you guys another time, okay? Okay.